To installing Docker, let's start the installing Docker today, and later we'll do for practical things from tomorrow. Let's take one Linux mission. Okay, I'm gonna take a Linux mission, new one. Docker 41. Okay, and Amazon Linux. I'm gonna use for this free tier one. Instead of 2023, I'm gonna choose for the Amazon Linux 2 AMI. Now keep it 41 and launch instance. Okay, once we create it, now let's view all instances. Let's connect this. It's like two lines only for installation, nothing more. I'm gonna take. Let's connect the Linux machine. With this, when you install this Docker and this Linux machine called as a Docker host machine, right? Tolerate like what we are doing. Okay, just match with that the words which we are using, the terminology which we are using. Okay, just I'm explaining the same way. Like as it is a Docker host mission because of we installing a Docker. Check Docker is already there or not by default. Sorry, version, right? There is no Docker command, right? Yes, like let me update sudo update -y. We have documented this. Any dependencies are there, it will be installed. Update this dependencies. Okay, okay, cool. Next, now let's do sudo install docker-y. This is the version is downloading. Docker to T.10. Now see Docker version. Now this is a Docker version we installed. Here now, and check the Docker images. The command, you can see that how many images we have. Okay, but when you do the executing this command, what happened? It's saying that cannot connect the Docker. Is Docker daemon is running. When you install the Docker means the Docker daemon won't run. Means you have to be start the service. Sudo systemctl start Docker. Once start, now check the status. Once check the status, now the Docker daemon is running up. Once do this, now check the Docker images. Once you install, like once the Docker daemon is running, now when you do the Docker images, now it is seeing that permission denied. Why? Because to get this Docker images, this user does not have a permission. To get the permission, either you can use sudo in front of this. Right now it is empty, there is no images in the system right now, right? And even you can see that how many images are there in the system. Now this is another way. Okay, Docker info can use, there's nothing, it's like empty. Okay, this also will give the permission denied. Now you can see sudo. You can see this lot of data. Now you can see how many containers are there, how many containers are running, Okay, how many images are there, everything will show. How many stopped containers, how many passed containers, how many running containers, everything the list will give this here. Docker info command. And instead of using every time sudo, I'm very boring, okay, I don't want to do that. Means now you can add this easy to user into docker group. To do that, what command we're going to use in Linux? Basically sudo user, what is that, user mode, right? User mode hyphen ag, like a small a capital G. Tell me what is the group, and then this docker group, which user I want to add, this user. Okay, once you do this, now let me check the docker images again without sudo. Still give the same problem after adding this user mod also. Still now you have to be close this terminal, and you can open the new terminal. It's that session. Now try to docker images. There is no need to use sudo and docker info also, right? It works without sudo. Without sudo it works. Same commands I'm gonna, like as provided here, install docker on EMI instance. Now you can take this. Now see, this is the same command. Update, install docker, docker start the service, user mode hyphen ag, and that user you can add it here, and enable docker. Like this command, why we are using this? Even though when you reboot your instance, now your docker should be up and running always. Now it will be create a soft link, daemon mode, like a system. Does it make sense? Is it clear now?